What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fresh Ink Friday. We're going to break down what I got this week in comics, break down my reviews, talk about things that I like to read, and get some suggestions out there as well. So it looks like we have a 3-book stack from ABX Comics and Games in Augusta, Georgia. And shout out to the packaging job, because it looks like somebody kicked the side of this box. So let's get that out of the way, and we always like to start out with showing you guys how much I spent. $110, so that includes shipping and everything. So again, we got 3 packs of books, so let's get these sorted out into Marvel, DC, and Image, and let's break down what I got. Start off with some Batman Day stuff, then let's hit the DC, Marvel, and finish off with the bread and butter, Image, Comics, and Independence. We have DC Finest, a Batman Year 2. Like I said, these were just some of the Batman Day stuff. Don't really care, but I still love the covers. I'm definitely going to flip through them, but I'm not reading too much Batman outside the absolute Batman stuff and then the brand new series that just started. But you know I had to pick up the reprint, Dan Panoggia, Absolute Batman. I love the foil. I do believe this is the Absolute Batman. I'm not sure which issue this reprints, but love it, love it, love it. And then this one got thrown in. I don't know if I got charged for this or not, but still, the Virgin foil, like I said, it was the Batman Day main cover, but it's still a dope little foil. So there you go with some Batman Day books. Now let's get on to the main topic of this video. Right into it with some Deadpool Batman. I had like 4 or 5 covers of this. I'm still getting the 1 in 25. That will be in next week's haul, but I trimmed it down to just 2 covers, and I'll tell you guys why. I originally thought this was going to be an entire Deadpool Batman. I thought it was going to be like a mini series or something, but this is just a one-shot, and it has like 6 or 7 different stories in it. There's like a 2-page spread for Jeff the Landshark and Crypto. Frank Miller has a random Wolverine story at the end. Again, another 2-page spread. And then it's the Frank Miller and Crypto 1-page spread. You have 3 other short stories in here, which are all solid, but the whole book just meshes into each other. It feels like one thing starts to get going and then it immediately ends, and then you have another story. So I just was not a fan of this Batman and Deadpool, this crossover. I know it's been a long time since we had a crossover, but Marvel, DC, I think you guys fell absolutely flat on this. I think it was just a cash grab in my opinion, because there was just, what, like 30 or 40 variants, and most of the covers had nothing to do with the stories. But either way, if you enjoyed this, let me know down in the comments. If you did enjoy it, I know DC is coming out with a one-shot that continues the story, but still, I just don't see the point of it. We had some cool covers, like I got the Scotty Young, and then I got the Daniel Warren Johnson, which is fire. And Daniel Warren Johnson has a lot of cool covers coming out with DCKO, but this was one of my least favorite reads of the week. So if you pick this up, let me know what your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed it, that's great. I just thought it could have been a lot more than what it is. Next, we have something that I was super excited about, because if you saw my video, I was at San Diego Comic-Con this year, but I did not pick up the Jay Lee San Diego Comic-Con. I really wanted the exclusive because I'm a big Absolute Batman guy. It was foil, all that cool stuff, but then they reprinted it, so I would have been mad because I think it was like 50 bucks at the booth. They reprinted the regular cover. Same image, same everything, it's just not foil. I'm sorry my camera keeps going in and out of focus right there. I'm filming a little bit later, so the lack of light might be the reason. I'm happy to grab this because I'm a big Jay Lee fan, and when it comes to the Absolute Batman, he's got an Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman cover coming out, so I'm happy to have them all. On the cusp and eve of the Mark Spears blind bags, the Mark Spears Kickstarter is going to be coming out as well, so it's going to be, the rest of the year is going to be dominated by Mark Spears, and I'm so excited and happy. We have DC Black Adam. I'm not reading this at all. Justice League Red issue number 2, but this is the Mark Spears. It has the distress look. These are kind of like, I don't know if you want to call them like action trading cards, completing the whole set. So I got a bunch on order, but anything Mark Spears touches, you know, you love it, you got to pull it. So there we go. And then speaking of favorite artists, we have the man, the myth, the legend, John Boy Myers, Titans 27, the pumpkin spicy variant. If you guys didn't know, the newest issue of Nightwing, if you find it at your LCS, pick it up, quick flip, easy money. It's going for like 50 bucks. It's insane. The one where he's got his cheeks out. But yeah, it is wild. But man, John Boy always crushes it with all the colors and some pumpkin spice. We got some of the Marvel books, and if you guys are not watching Marvel Zombies, it just dropped on Wednesday. It is absolutely insane. 10 out of 10, one of the best animations I've ever seen. We need a season every single year, and I just got done Loving it. Like I said, Thanos, Marvel Zombies. I had to pick up this variant from our LCS reps. So keeping this one sealed, and then we have the other one we'll get into, and that's the one I'm going to open and read. But I think they're going to do an animation variant for every single cover. So fun. If you guys are watching Marvel Zombies, let me know down in the comments. October is coming up, Halloween, spooky season. So it's that time of year, guys. And then this is the one I'm gonna open up and read. I love the classic, everything like that. You got the old school Daredevil, Spider-Man getting bit by Mr. Fantastic, and then Thing and Hulk. Just wild, absolutely wild. And then speaking of wild, I heard this issue was a lot better, but we are coming towards the end of Ultimate Everything. This is the Ultimates issue number 16. This series has been kind of like a one and done, introduce a new hero. That's about it. But other than that, it's been keeping the story moving along, and we're, like I said, December, Ultimate Endgame, more blind bags, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you guys are checking out your LCS and getting your polls in. Prize reads of the year. I read all of the Predator versus like Black Panther, picked up Predator versus Spider-Man and some of the other stuff and everything. And then Predator versus Kills the Marvel Universe issue number 1 was awesome. Fantastic Four gets clapped in it. It's pretty gruesome. I'm surprised it's not a red band book, but we have Predator Kills the Marvel Universe issue number 2. This is just kind of like your summer blockbuster action flick. If you like a good time, not a super serious story or anything, but it's very fun. The art's great. So if you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend it. And it is by Benjamin Percy, who has a great track record of writing some killer books. Now let's get into something special with the Image and Independent and all that kind of stuff. Man, it is a sad day for Transformers fans, but also the dawn of a new era. We have Daniel Warren Johnson finally leaving the book after issue number 24, and now we have Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora gonna carry the mantle. So again, shout out to Daniel Warren Johnson for just elevating my fandom in the series, and I'm so excited to see what Dan Mora and Robert Kirkman can do. And I already took this out of the bag because I was super hyped to check it out, and it was a little tricky to open. But this is issue number 1, Transformers, the Sound Chip edition. I only grabbed this one because they were 20 bucks each. There was a Void Rivals one and then the Decepticon one that was the same book as this, so I didn't want to have two. Should have grabbed the Void Rivals, but again, like 20 bucks. I'm trying to stay in budget with New York Comic Con right around the corner, so we're gonna see. But I already opened it up, but this thing is so clean. You have all super thick cardstock, foiled out of its mind. Transformers issue number 1. You have the Sound Chip edition. If you've never seen these before, think of like a Hallmark card. The Godzilla and King Kong Justice League came out with some last year. Mine still work. It's been like 2 years and they still work. I keep them in the bag. So let's open this up and check it out. Look at that. One more time. Oh. It's the light. So make sure you always keep these in the light. Now it's never gonna shut up. But what was cool about this is thank heavens they included this. They put a little backer board because it definitely indented the backer board, and I don't really feel it in the comic. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it in the comic a little bit. Oh no, that was just the glare. But yeah, shout out to them. I'm gonna leave this in here because I think I wanna get this signed in the interiors. This is the Virgin Daniel Warren Johnson. I have all the covers for issue number 1. I have a bunch of them signed by Daniel Warren Johnson. So this is definitely one to get signed. So boom, love that. Speaking of things I'm loving, Battle Beast, Robert Kirkman, Ryan Ottley, crushing it, absolutely crushing it. And then you have Leone on the colors, absolutely phenomenal team. We have Battle Beast issue number 5, and then we have issue number 5, the 1 in 10. So this entire series, once it's done, it will be a whole connecting set. I got a whole bunch of reprints coming in the next haul. So Ryan Ottley covers, you know I got to keep getting them. But if you haven't checked out Battle Beast, it is definitely one of my favorite reads, and the artwork in here, top notch, 10 out of 10, some of the best art on the racks. Speaking of surprise picks, if you guys have not been checking out Ghost Pepper by Image, issue number 3, if you're into manga or anime or anything like that, this thing is super, super fun, super action-packed. I love the artwork. I'm actually gonna pop her out real quick and show you guys because like I said, I went into this with no expectations and it is just off the chain. It is about a food truck, and then this dude has been asleep for like thousands and thousands of years, wakes up, doesn't know anything, but I guess him and a whole team. I don't want to spoil too much for myself, but like I said, just the action scenes, and it's got that real kind of gritty manga vibe. So Ghost Pepper, if you guys have not been reading, I definitely recommend. Things not been reading, We're on Walking Dead, issue number 121. I've been collecting this series since the beginning, and by the time I realized there was trades and omnibuses, because at the time I was a noob comic collector, I was already like 30 or 40 issues deep. Never read any, so we just continued the run, and like I said, this is issue 121, and yeah, haven't read a single one, so we're collecting them all. Once it's done, we're gonna have the entire series, but nonetheless, I love the David Finch covers. And then, oh yeah, there is another little blind bag, so we can do this all live to see if we got those foil cards. I've yet to get one. So this is Exquisite Corpses, issue number 5. One of my favorite series, and no shade to him, but James Tynion normally isn't my jam when it comes to reading books. I've read a lot of stuff by James Tynion, just somebody that doesn't really mesh with me, but man, Exquisite Corpses, shout out. I'm collecting so many variants. I'm a huge fanboy, and if you guys didn't know, the polybagged versions have a trading card in them because they're supposed to have a trading card coming out next year, and there is a 1 in 10 chance to get a foil. I've yet to get a foil, and I've got every single one of these trading cards. You think after opening hundreds and hundreds of packs on Whatnot, I would be a pro at these, and we got a special thing, special announcement for Whatnot coming up, so let's check this out. Where's it at? Where's it at? I think it's gonna be right here. Man. Still none. Layla Blaze. So like you can see, there's damage points and all that. And what I love is each one of these has its own like color palette. So these look great together. So no 1 in 10, but like I said, Whatnot, make sure you guys check the descriptions. If you follow me on Instagram, if you see books like this, see my hauls. I'm bringing a lot of exclusives. I read a lot of books. If you've ever wondered what it's like to have your chance to get some of those this Sunday, 5 o'clock, it's the Durs Purge on the Rups Comics account. Make sure you check out the details in the description. I need to rip up some carpet, paint my comic room, get detolfs, all that kind of stuff. So the only way to do it is to do a big purge once a year, raise some money. That way I can upgrade my comic room. So make sure you guys check that out. I got 2 short boxes of signed books, exclusives, ratios, runs, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna have free giveaways and other things. So if you like books, if you like grabbing stuff for your PC, check out the description. But again, always want to shout out ABX Comics and Games. Always want to shout out anybody out there watching. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite book is. I love these Marvel Zombies covers. My favorite was definitely that Transformers. But we are right around the corner from New York Comic Con, so if you're going to be there, let me know. We'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we'll be flying back out Sunday. So check us out. Hit the Alex Ross booth up. Check us out, but you know what it is. Gotta do it one more time. One more time. Oh, she doesn't like it. Yes, sir. You know what it is. Stay legendary, guys. I love you. Share, comment, and subscribe. But always, I hope you guys find what you're looking for. Thank you.